Quick demonstration of our new hybrid radio upgrade for your car. In the foreground is my iPhone held securely in a dashboard holder. In the background, a couple of speakers powered by our magic black box which does the hybrid radio switching. I'm going to show you how I can change between my favourite stations using my voice without looking at the screen or touching the screen. Radio player, Absolute Radio.
Absolute Radio.
So you saw the switch happen quickly, the station name was read out, so I know what I'm listening to without taking my eyes off the road. Radio player, Jazz FM.
Jazz FM.
Radio player, Jack FM.
Jack FM Oxfordshire.
So this is now streaming because we're out of area. You saw the station switched quite quickly and it distinguished between Jazz FM and Jack FM, which is quite difficult for a voice system. There's a couple of other things you can do as well. Radio player, traffic.
This is a signal timing alert for the A3 Borough High Street, SE1. All directions Trinity Street. Traffic signals at this location are not under computer control. Use caution on approach. Traffic flowing well in the area.
And the streaming starts again as soon as the traffic bulletin has finished. That traffic news, depending on where you are in the country and which direction you're heading in. A couple of other things you can do. Radio player, recommend.
Recommended stations. Tap screen to select. Is fresh.
These recommendations are based on, again, where you are in the country, what's trending right now across Radio Player, and what other stations you've set as your favourites.
Share radio.
Plays 10 seconds of each station in case you want to tap and tune in. Radio Player, Capital London.
Capital London.
So there it is, the new hybrid radio upgrade that you can control with your voice. Radio player, stop. Well, like many people, I'd become used to having lots of great digital radio stations at my fingertips, using the Radio Player app or the digital DAB radio in my kitchen. And I was getting into my car and I was driving down to see my daughter at university in Bristol and finding that my radio world had shrunk back to FM only. And that was really annoying. Now there are DAB adapters you can buy that plug in and you end up with things in your cigarette lighters and wire cables everywhere. And you've still got to try and remember which of these stations is on DAB and which is on FM. So I thought, how can we make a radio system that doesn't care how these things are broadcast, but just gets the great content to the listener? Well, I'm no techie, but this is my take on it. The black box has been fitted behind my FM radio, which is switched to aux, so I can hear what's going on. My smartphone is held safely in a dashboard cradle here. They are talking to each other via Bluetooth Low Energy, which is the same thing as your fitness tracker or your smartwatch uses to communicate with your phone. As soon as I ask for a radio station via the simple interface on the phone, the box starts to play it on the best platform possible, whether that's DAB, FM or streaming via the phone. So
BBC Radio 6 Music.
I've asked for 6 Music. It's playing it on DAB now. How does the box know to play it on DAB? It's constantly scanning all the time on DAB, on FM and looking for that mobile signal to see which is the best way of receiving whichever station I'm going to ask for next. Well, listening on streaming apps is brilliant when you've got a strong Wi-Fi signal or a really good 3G signal, but when you're in a moving car, sometimes that can go and then you get buffering if you're only relying on streaming. That's why you need a really smart radio that uses, yes, streaming, but also DAB and FM broadcast radio, because they are much more robust and they will keep you listening to the station that you've chosen. In common with many inventions, we're not starting from scratch here. There's been a lot of thinking around hybrid radio for many years, particularly by the people at Radio DNS, James Cridland, Nick Piggott, Andy Buckingham. It's been a lot of thinking, but we decided to build something. And so the early prototypes were literally kind of plastic shoe boxes with sprouting wires coming out of them, and these kind of hobby boards all soldered together. And that showed us that there was some promise here. There was a way that we could control a box from a smartphone wirelessly and have it flip between stations in a way that could work. And from then on, it was about refining that prototype, shrinking down that box and getting it working really beautifully in any car that we fit it in. This is one of those products that's never ready. It's always going to be constantly improved. And in fact, we've built it so it can be constantly improved. Once this is launched, once you've bought this product and fitted it in your car, we can upgrade the app constantly for you. We can also use the app as a stepping stone to upgrade the box. So we can constantly make your radio experience smarter and better, even after you've bought and installed this product.